You're about to witness the greatest passing season a quarterback has ever had in college football. Last year during his sophomore season, Daquan Weems put his name on the map as an elite pocket passing quarterback, throwing for over 4,000 yards, despite having a mediocre receiving core and O-line to work with at Stanford. After such a successful season, Daquan had a lot to think about. He'd come to Stanford thinking primarily about the education he would get, but after a few years in the program, it had become clear that he could have a real future in the NFL. It would make the most sense for him to transfer somewhere where he'd have better weapons and an offensive line that could protect him. But there was one thing stopping him. After getting rejected by multiple girls during his freshman season, Daquan started to have a lot more luck when he became a star as a sophomore. He begun dating his old classmate Audrey from freshman year. It turned out her dad was the CEO of a California-based tech company and liked to throw yacht parties in his spare time. Audrey's dad was also a dedicated Stanford alumni, and when he found out Daquan was thinking of transferring, he arranged an NIL deal that would make him richer than he possibly could have imagined he'd ever be. The deal seemed too sweet to pass up, so Daquan decided to stay to fight it out for at least one more year at Stanford. And even though he won't be working with any crazy talent, his sights are still set on taking the Cardinal to the playoffs. Let's go ahead and get into his junior season. In game 1 of Daquan's junior season, we're taking on Fresno State. He threw for over 500 yards against these dudes last year, and apart from our tight end, we returned pretty much every receiver from that team as we're going up to our new tight end here, and Trey Stith shows that he's going to be pretty good as well. This offense is out to a great start, and we're going to get it to him again, man. Yeah, he's definitely faster than the old guy, man. This offense is going to be significantly improved. Just got to finish the job here. They've actually got us to a 4th and goal, but we're going to hit our boy Holly, and he gets the first receiving touchdown of the year. This game couldn't be off to a better start. Definitely liking what I see so far, and we're going to go with this fork play again, dude. This play is so cash stock. Our tight end always seems to get open on the corner route, and we're rolling. Isaiah Stith already with a couple huge catches. This is a very tight end centric offense, man. Run a lot of tight end sets, a lot of bunch, and if those guys can get open against linebackers, we're golden. We are going to have to convert a 3rd down on this drive, just going with our trusty dig cross play, and we're going to throw Bragg open. He does a nice job of losing his receiver and picking that up. And one thing that I am hoping to do a little bit more this year is run some more hurry up, hopefully disorient some defenses. It'll help us pick up quick stats as well. The stats are looking pretty pristine so far in this one. We got a chance to pick up 3 passing touchdowns just in the first half, and on 1st and goal here, no one's really getting open on the play action. We're just going to try to throw Bragg open, and he makes the catch. Bragg looking pretty dang good to start the season. He is a guy who came along a lot at the end of last year. Fresno State does happen to kind of be staying in this game though. Their offense is doing just enough to let him hang around. We can't throw any picks or anything, but going with a play action out the gates on this drive, and this should be money. We've got Bragg wide open on the crosser, and Daquan puts it on the money, and that'll put us well over 300 passing yards. Just got to go finish off this drive, and thankfully our dude is wide open. Stith is going to go ahead and pick up another touchdown, and that should put this one away. Want to at least pick up one more touchdown before coach takes us out, and we just dump it off to the slant here. Easy cash, 5 on the day, and we're doing all this with an 80% completion percentage. And sadly, that's going to do it for this one. Look at the tree partying with the crowd. I freaking love that mascot, dude. Literal perfect day for Daquan. Couldn't have asked for better. Once again, looking like our leading receiver might be our tight end, but Bragg himself also came up with some big catches. And I guess the schedulers decided they wanted to do us dirty in week 2 because we are headed on the road to number 6 Georgia, and their coach has a huge face, and the stadium pulse is actually crazy, dude. We can't see anything. But I should say Daquan went into LSU and won last year, right at the start of the season too, so we definitely have a chance. Hot routes are going to be damn near impossible in this one, and I was trying to get Went to block, instead he went on a wheel and disrupted the entire play, and that first drive ended up going nowhere. Our defense got to stop, so that's definitely a good sign, but dude, we don't have time to get anything off right now. The stadium pulse might just be too crazy, but we're trying to take a shot here. We got Went deep, and he is going to drop it. Come on, man. We needed that. Georgia's not going to give us that many looks like that in this game, but our tight end comes up with a big contested catch on 3rd down. We are going to have another 3rd down here, but they just leave Went wide open. Don't you know that that man had like 700 receiving yards last year? Offense is slowly settling in, but we have to finish this drive. This is not a game where we can just come away with 3s, which was one of this offense's big weaknesses last year. We're going to need to find something that works on the goal line, and here on 2nd and goal, we've just got the tight end wide open. Okay, we'll take that. Isaiah Stith getting his first of the day. He's hyped up. Come on, defense, get us a stop. No, Georgia gets another 3. If Daquan wants to be truly elite, he's got to score with these top teams. That's the only way we're going to have the shot at the playoffs, but we also need him to make those throws, dude. Like, that's wide open. Could maybe even be a touchdown. I don't know why we're missing that pass with our accuracy so high, and here on 3rd down, we're not going to be able to get anything off. This Georgia crowd is going absolutely nuts, and now we're going to have to put a drive together in under a minute. Let's see if we can figure it out. We should have the crosser open, and that's a perfect throw. That's what we needed on the corner route, man. Gotta finish, man. Come on. Georgia's going to run a stupid coverage here, and that's money. We're going to get Stith open, and he'll rumble down to the 7. We got to get back to the line. All right, no timeouts. Needs to be in the end zone or out of bounds, and we've got Stith again. Dude, that play has been cash, and we're right back in this game. Come on. And defense gets a turnover to start out the half. How about that? We're going to run the ball for the first time, and y'all see why I don't want to, bro. And unfortunately, I couldn't see the play art at all on second down. We take a terrible sack. It's 3rd and 19. Okay, big thing here is we just got to stay in field goal range. No more sacks, so I'm just going to take the zig. Make it so we can tie this game up. All right, come on, Sim. Okay, our kicker hits the field goal. Defense gets another stop. Don't have many bad things to say about this defense so far. And taking a shot at the crossing route here. Big catch for Self, man. I thought he was going to drop that for sure. But the next couple of plays didn't go well. We got a 3rd and 8. Trying to run our little dig cross play. We're going to have to take the dig, and Bragg is going to come down with it, dude. Okay, 3rd and 6. Let's see. We're just running a mesh, and we've got the drag. Stith is going absolutely ham on the Bulldogs defense, and suddenly we're in a great position to score. I did unfortunately take a bad sack on first down, so now we got some ground to make up. At the very least, we can get a field goal on this drive. And on 3rd down, I'm not loving the straight up all go play call. Let's see what we've got. Okay, we actually have our one, and we're gonna fit that in. It's a touchdown, bang. Clutch play from Duquan, as this is shaping up to be a pretty good game for him. Okay, Georgia gets a field goal, but we still got a lead. We could get a 2-score lead on this drive. Just gotta keep on playing within ourselves, being smart. All right, I'm gonna try to go with a run here on second down. I like the look. Please, Went. Where is he going, bro? You're in the only place where you could possibly lose yards. That is literally the last time I'm gonna run it in a crucial situation, and then on 3rd down I make the wrong read. We should have gone with X. And our tight end is apparently pissed off at Duquan. Defense gets an enormous stop though. Come on, this feels like a game-changing 3rd down. Let's see what we've got. Okay, I'm gonna take the crosser, and Duquan puts it on the money. I was worried he was gonna sail that like he sometimes does, and I don't know why the dog is so hyped up. At this point, we can maybe even afford to start running some clock, and this RPO works out perfectly, getting us across the 50, and Georgia actually uses their first time out. This is where it would be really nice to have a running game. Thankfully, this time Went sees the wide open hole and just runs straight. Thank you very much, Went. Okay, I don't love this. We'll see how it goes here. Okay, we're just gonna take circle. That's a tight fit, but it's a first down, and we are in field goal range. And on 3rd and 4, we're just gonna take a knee. Unless the sim messes up the clock, we should be good. The clock should die. And yep, it's gonna run down. That'll do it for this one. We go on the road into Athens and get a dub. In the rain with the stadium pulse, Duquan still balled out. This is a sign that he's taken a step to truly becoming an elite quarterback. Look at this performance. He played legitimately mistakeless football against one of the best defenses in the country. And after that game, the poll said, you know what? You went in and beat the team that's still ranked number 15. We're gonna go ahead and put you at number 25 in the poll. That definitely did not give us as much juice as I had hoped. By the way, the reason Duquan's overall hasn't upgraded that much since his sophomore season, he's still just grinding it out in the classroom, using all of his points on studying. He really wants to finish his degree before the end of this year. Alright, back at home, we got a night game, as the stands still aren't looking full. What's up with that? And we are taking on a team with an overall in the 50s. I'm hoping for nothing short of a 500-yard performance against FCS. So we started off with a nice pass, and I'm going to be running hurry up literally all day. I want to rack up as many yards as possible, and so far it's looking like they can't hang with any of our receivers in man coverage. After playing against an elite Georgia defense, taking on a team like this is definitely going to be a nice rest for Duquan in this receiving core, and we march right down the field, no incompletions. We do actually have a 3rd and 3 here, but we got Went out of the backfield, easy money, and he makes a nice little move to get some extra. I love to see that from Went. And that makes him perfect for this offense, because I am trying to pass the ball on 90% of the plays anyways. This drive actually will stall out though. I couldn't get that dig route off. One thing I am hoping to see in this game is some deep balls. Duquan's barely been able to throw any at all, and we're getting a little angle out of the backfield here. Look at Went with a diving catch. I'm starting to think that Went might have somehow been a converted receiver that we ended up putting at running back. I'm not sure what the story is there. Alright, this time we got to punch it in. I'm looking at Stith off the line on the drag, and he's got it. 2 touchdowns, and we're up over 200 yards already. It's nice to see these plays actually being able to develop. Normally we just have to hit either the first or second read that we see. I know part of that's because of my pocket presence, but I haven't gotten good enough to really improve that yet. Right now I'm really just focusing on making the reads, and so far this season, Duquan's reads have been beautiful. Alright, 1st and goal. You know what I want here, man? A rushing touchdown. Let's step up in the pocket and get into the end zone. I think that might be the 1st or 2nd of Duquan's career. He has worked on improving his speed a little bit. One weird thing about this game, despite the lack of pressure, Duquan has taken 4 sacks, which is really not ideal numbers. Once again, we just gotta figure out how to get out of the pocket more. It's been a continual struggle for sure. This game's kind of a good game to just practice that, because the defenders are coming coming at us so much slower. We have time to react and still be able to make the reads. By the way, that was an elite off-platform throw from Duquan. The scouts have got to be loving throws like that, and we're going to get another touchdown, 4 on the half. We're on pace for 700 passing yards. All right, we're going to do something crazy here. I'm going to run a read option and actually keep the ball, and oh my god, is that Duquan out there? Look at him run. He's actually not moving too slow. This is the year I think we finally really can start getting out of the pocket and making something happen. All right, 3rd and goal. Want to see another touchdown here. We're going to have to extend this play a little bit, and the drag is finally going to get open. Our 5th passing touchdown on the day. And given how many deep balls we've been throwing, 87% completion is pretty wild. FCS finally scored, which is actually good because now we'll stay on the field a little bit longer. And look at this absolute beam to Bragg. It's so nice to be able to actually put those balls on the money. All right, got to get at least one more touchdown here and getting out of the pocket. I'm feeling crazy. We're going to highball this to Went, and look at Went going up and getting it. You can really just chuck the ball wherever you want against this FCS defenders. We're full on scum and FCS here, by the way, just full on hurry up, stat padding. We'll get a 7th passing touchdown on the day, and 600 yards is in reach if coach keeps us on the field. All right, let's go. We're going for 600 here for sure. Passing from the 2 in this situation, definitely a little bit crazy, but we're going to do it anyway, hitting the nice easy curl. All right, 600 is in reach, just need 10 more yards here. And yep, there it is. They dumbed the FCS teams down so much in this game, man. Their defenders can't do anything. And we're just going to keep on going, getting out of the pocket here, getting it out to Bragg. Looked like that was like a cover 2 or something. And let's go get an 8th touchdown. We could break some passing records in this one. This is very poor sportsmanship from a classy program such as Stanford, but we're all about those stats, man, and we'll finish the day with 84% completion, 8 touchdowns, 650 passing yards. Just an absolute war crime of a game. And Duquan just broke his own record for the single game passing yards record at Stanford, and also sets the single game passing touchdowns record. And that's also the ACC single game passing yards record. I guess no one was willing to pad the stats that much before. And in this next game, we're taking on 0-3 Duke. And I'm not going to let the record fool me. We can't loosen up too much, especially in a road game. Got to kind of snap back to reality after playing against FCS. The stuff we did in that game is not going to work in this one, but Duke going with a cover 2, and that is easy cash. We slice it up. After taking a sack, though, we are going to have 3rd and goal. Going to have to make a throw, and we have the crosser. Soto is not quite able to hang on. Maybe should have freeformed that out a little bit. And Duke goes right down to get a touchdown. Like I said, this isn't going to be a gimme. We got to go get something here. Another 3rd down. We're going tight end attack, and we should have our one late. O-line gives us just enough time, and that's a perfect throw from Dookie. We are going to have another 3rd down here in the red zone, though. And ooh, I kind of like the tight end here. We're going to launch it, and Stith is able to get under it. Safeties were just lazy on that play, and thankfully we take the lead on drive number 2. Duke's offense definitely did come to play, though. They're really fighting to stay in this one. The one thing we are dearly missing on this team is a burner receiver. We just don't have it, period. Gonna take another hopeful shot, this time to Bragg, and he almost goes up and gets it. I really should have back shouldered that. Gotta start doing that instead of the flow pass. Hasn't been a great or terrible half from Dookie so far. He's been pretty middle of the road, which is a little bit disappointing after a 600-yard performance. Very rare that his completion percentage gets this low. We got 3rd down and just gonna take square. We don't have time for it, though. Disappointing game from this offense so far for sure. We got to get back to our game here in the second half. Tight end passes, dump offs, take what the defense gives us, man. We're trying to play like we're against FCS. Okay, this drive is definitely opening up, though. I'm liking the 5-wide look. We got Stitt on an easy play over the middle, and we've just got Duke in a weird coverage here. Their safety's manned up against Stitt, I think, and he's not going to be able to get down to that route in time. It'll be an easy touchdown that should hopefully set this offense back on course. Defense has definitely stepped it up since those first 2 drives, and here on a bubble screen, we've got a ton of room. If we had a true like 99 overall burner, that would be a touchdown, but Bragg's going to be able to turn it into a nice gain. Things are starting to come together here, and this is a coverage bust from Duke. We have Y wide open, but the freaking T lineman swats it away. Are you kidding me? That's pretty annoying, but we're still cooking on this drive. Duke is really just kind of giving up everything on defense right now. Are going to have 3rd and 7 here. Going to look post and then curl, and we've got the post. What was Duke doing on defense, man? Now the stats are looking good, up over 300 yards, and the completion percentage has thankfully gotten to where it should be. This game is starting to look like it has 400-yard day potential. I'm really impressed at how our receivers are just frying up this man coverage right now. Gonna have a 3rd and 10 to convert here, and oh man, I thought the seam was gonna be open and we'd throw our first pick of the year. That's kind of sad, man. I was liking having that clean stat line. Just tried to force it. Should should have been more patient. One of these days, man, one of these days, I'm gonna have a season where I throw 0 interceptions. Maybe it'll be DeQuan's senior season. You never know, man. You guys will probably have to believe it when you see it. And by the way, just want to point out, DeQuan is starting to look a little bit speedy. He's getting out of the pocket pretty quick. I think it's possible he might actually have positive rushing yards this game, and he's gonna get a 4th passing touchdown of the day. Stith is just a beast, bro. He's gonna be a first-team All-American. I just can't stop throwing this man the ball. We're gonna go with the PA fork here. Padding the stats, by the way, and look at this catch. Like, what other tight end is making that catch? And here on 1st and 10, DeQuan moving the pocket and getting out of there. Last year, he wasn't able to outrun a soul. This year, he's at least outrunning these D linemen, man. I'll take it. Might not happen this year, but his senior season, my goal is to get on the positive on rushing yards. And we're looking for a 5th touchdown here, finding Stith again. And once again, showing very, very poor sportsmanship in this one, as we get another pretty easy dub. Not as perfect of a game, but still, these are Heisman stats. Sadly though, still not popping up on that Heisman watch. To be fair, a lot of these other guys are putting up great stats as well. And I really just can't understand why we're not higher in the rankings here. I was gonna say our goal this season is to break the passing yards record, but bro, last year this dude from Ohio State threw for 6,400 yards. Like, what? I don't know if I can break that, bro. The CPU's kind of cracked on this game. We thankfully moved up to number 17 after the advance, and going into game 2 of ACC play, we're taking on Wake Forest. By the way, one thing I want to say, man, DeQuan still has not unlocked audibles, so we're doing all of this with the plays that coach allows us to call, and already starting it out with a dot here. It is crazy how the coverages are opening up right now, so just want to show real quick, we are still playing on Heisman. Not that I've like done anything too crazy in this season or anything, but I'm always going to get the inevitable TikTok comments saying that. Just not sure why we're still missing those, man. We are going to have the post route here though, and that will pretty much make up for it as we get inside the 10. 3rd and goal. I'm ready to get out of the pocket here. We're going to run to the left, but that was not the way I should have run, I guess. Maybe should try stepping up next time. I hate to say it, man, but I've still got my NCAA football 14 pocket instincts. I miss back when getting out of the pocket was just like insanely easy. I know it's more balanced now, but anyways, defense got us the ball right back, so we're still looking pretty good, and I tried to fit that in for some reason. What am I doing? We had the drag, just got greedy, and I highballed that hoping it would get over him. I'm telling you, man, that FCS game kind of ruined me. I'm playing too loose now. They were literally just giving us everything in that game, and I got too used to it. And on 1st and 10, I feel like we should have this seam. Sometimes the seam works kind of weird in this game, but that's easy cash for a 1st down. Unfortunately, on 2nd down, I don't know what I'm looking at, and we're going to take a bad sack there. So 3rd and 23, I do think our best move is getting out of the pocket, and we're just going to launch this. Make a play, receiver. Did we just get a PI or something? All right, we'll take it, man. Launching the ball does definitely get you some penalties in this game, which I could definitely see being annoying in certain contexts, and we're going to launch it again here, trying to freeform that out. That was not really a very good idea, but we're kind of just trying stuff out here, man, seeing what we can get away with. And here on 3rd down, we're going to fit it into Went. Nice pass late. I was worried he was going to get lit up by the linebacker. And let's see, I'm kind of liking this slant on the left side. Can our receiver make a play? Yes, he can. That's Self getting a touchdown, and that was a nice answer from this offense. Outside of the obvious stupid interception, this has been a pretty good game from DeQuan. He's on pace to once again throw for like 400 plus yards. Now, I'm trying to see this get close though. We got to pick up this 3rd down, and let's see. Oh, I wanted to throw the tight end crosser, but the safety scared me. We could have definitely thrown it. Not really a great play call on 3rd down. All good. Defense continues to be a strength. Just got to go put a quick drive together, which we've been pretty good at this year. But unfortunately, I've just been taking a ton of sacks in this game. All right, 3rd and 17. Let's see if we can get the corner open here, and I do kind of like it, and Soto goes and gets it. I thought he got bumped. See, that's the big throw that DeQuan's been missing that he needs to make. And here on 2nd and long, gonna pick up another nice 1st down. Crossing routes are easily the best route in this game. It's not even close. That's one of the reasons this post cross play works so well. We look at the crossing route. If it's not open, we just hit this dig, which is also quite good in this game in my opinion. Against the CPU at least. I don't know what's good online. And trying to run it again here, we're gonna take like a 7th sack at the half. That's not good, bro. The sacks have really been holding us back in this one, man. Definitely haven't made getting the ball out quick as big of a priority, and it's been consistently stalling out our drives. I do feel like the pocket movement is more complex in this game. In the last game, you could kind of just like step up normally on every play, but on this game, if you do that, you often just run into blitzers. Definitely a big skill gap. Hopefully we can figure it out, but in this game, man, defense is carrying us enough that it hasn't really mattered that much. We go get a touchdown here, we're golden. All right, we need to finish the drive, man. 3rd and goal, come on, let's go get it. Looking for back out of the backfield. We don't have him, and we're gonna have to take the drag. I thought that was gonna turn into a fumble. Getting 3 is fine, but that's frustrating. I can't even explain how elite defense has been in this one though. They've gotten multiple huge stops. Holding Wake Forest to 7 points, and we finally get something open deep. Trey Stith is gonna bust this game open. open. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. Not as great of a game for offense, but we still get a nice dub. And for what felt like not a great game for Daquan, the stats still look pretty good. But this is the issue stat, bro. Negative 35 yards rushing. That doesn't really tell the whole story. We took like 8 or 9 sacks today. Gotta nip that in the bud for sure. Daquan has thankfully been able to fully study for his midterm, so hopefully he gets A's this time around. And we're slowly but surely starting to upgrade these abilities a little bit. The Cardinal have creeped up to number 15 in the rankings. And our schedule actually isn't too bad from here. Rocking the blackout unis today, we're taking on Boston College. Outside of getting the win, my 2 goals for the day are to throw 0 interceptions and actually have positive rushing yards for once. That's going to mean consistently getting the ball out quick and also taking off every once in a while, and that's not a good way to start. Obviously not going to let those goals get in the way of winning though. Daquan's still going to be a pocket passer first because that truly is the only thing he excels at, but I'm hoping we can eventually build him up as a rusher, man. I think next year he could be a guy who rushes for a few hundred yards once he gets to speed up a little bit more. And so far this drive's going pretty well, man. Boston College's defense definitely looking soft, and here on 1st and 10 I kind of want to take a shot to Stith. What are they oh my god, Daquan, how do you miss that pass? I tell you, man, I don't know if freeforming is like totally worth it on this game, because when I freeform I just miss so many passes. It's crazy. Pretty frustrating. We got 3rd and 8 here, and thankfully just have the slant wide open, so we should be okay here on this drive. This defense is looking pretty similar to what Duke ran. We will have a 3rd down here, and looking for the crosser, we're going to take the dig instead. That's tight, and Brad can't quite come down with it. So first drive sadly stalling out. Boston College goes right down the field. This game might just be a little bit tougher. We got to answer on offense for sure. We're going to try our little wheel concept here, and Daquan's actually going to get out of the pocket, has his dude wide open, and okay, that's what we wanted to see. Went already with a couple big catches on the day and taking a shot here. We've got the post wide open, and thankfully offensive line gave us a great pocket. Okay, 1st and goal. We should just have the slants here and go into square. No, bro, the ball's gonna flutter and we get a stupid D-line pick. You gotta be kidding me. Incredibly annoying stuff, but defense continues to do a lot of good things, giving us the ball right back in Boston College territory. Guess they got a turnover or something. We are gonna have a 3rd and 8 here. Gotta go convert this, and oh god, I don't like anything. So much for my goal of getting some rush yards. We absolutely need a touchdown here, man. Our guys have got to get open off the line. That was a nice move by Bragg, but not a great place ball from Daquan. Going same play here on 2nd down, and oh man, I wanted that zig. We're gonna step up in the pocket, and Daquan is going to get down to the 1. Thanks for not fumbling, buddy. All right, we'll go jet touch pass to our running back. Need some blocking, and we get nothing. Oh man. Okay, 2nd and goal. Let's see. I'm looking for this out route, and we should have that. That's a tough throw, but Daquan makes it. We are finally on the board for a touchdown. But not only does BC get a field goal to end the half, they get a touchdown coming out of halftime. 3rd down and long. Gotta find a way here. I'm looking for a crosser, and man, we take another sack. I think we might have the C route on the left side. Defense got to stand up here. All right, they only allow a field goal, but time's running out. Got to get down the field fast here. Thankfully, they're leaving the seam wide open for some reason. We're down territory at this point. Got to find a way on 3rd and 10. And we should have the crosser here. No, I'll take the corner route, and thankfully we've got shit wide open. This is a 1-score game. All right, come on, defense. Stop. Let's go. They did leave us down here at the 1, so we got to be careful here. Just going to take the tight end to get out of our own end zone. On 3rd down, coach is calling nothing but RPOs. What is up with this? All right, Went, I need you to get us 2 yards here on the halfback screen. Can he do it? We need some blocks, and oh, okay. Made me nervous, but he got it. Okay, on 3rd and inches though, kind of loving the tight end corner. Let's see. Okay, they covered that pretty well, but that's a beam. Stitt's got room to run. He's going to get us down to the red zone. Let's go. Try to sneak in a little screen here, and okay, this sets up nice. We get a block to the outside. That at least gets us the 1st. Finish the drive, boys. Come on. 1st and 10. We're going to take the drag again. That's not going to do a whole lot for us. All right, this halfback angle plays where it's at though. I feel it. We don't have the tight end. Going to take Went, and he fights forward. That was a big extra couple of yards. Okay, I fear we need to run the ball here on 3rd and 1. Please, Went. Please just get 1, buddy. Good blocking. Went, powers forward, and gets the touchdown. Bang. Should be a tie game. All right, come on, Sam. Stop. Okay, gotta play smart. No risky play calls. We can't give him the ball back. And oh god, I don't like anything. We're just gonna have to throw it away again. 3rd and 10, boys. Here we go. We're trying to take a shot, and we have the crosser. Please hold on to that, Soto. Bro, he didn't even get hit. He just dropped it. And now BC has a chance for a game-winning drive. One more time, defense. Just one more time. Please, let's go. All right, we're gonna have one play here, and I wanted to get out of the pocket, but we can't can't, we'll take the crosser, and time's going to expire. Caught that, he might have had room to run, but we are headed to overtime for the first time this season. The fans seem to be loving it. All right, defense is on the field first. What do you got, defense? Okay, they hold him to a field goal. Okay, 3rd and 10. This is still the best play call we got. I don't want to leave this up to the field goal team, but we might have to do it here. They guarded that perfectly. Please, come on, Sam. Don't screw us over. All right, we missed it, didn't we? Oh, dude, that is painful. We come all the way back, but take a brutal OT loss. And once again, just took too many sacks. We were also definitely a little bit too tight and conservative in overtime. I shouldn't have basically just called the same play 3 times. That was stupid. Good news is Daquan got straight A's on his exams, which was nice. For some reason, he's still only at a 3.6 GPA, which makes no sense at all. We actually managed to fall out of the rankings from 15, which is totally crazy, especially considering we got some really good wins, including over number 11 Georgia on the road. Sitting at the midpoint of the season, at least, Daquan's stats are looking truly elite. He's on pace to pass for like 5,400 yards. Just in the regular season alone, got 24 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. All right, game 7, we got to bounce back against SMU. It's a night game on the road, and these guys actually are ranked. When we played them last year, their offense was completely unstoppable for some reason, and they already went down and got a touchdown in this one. This drive's off to a good start though, and going with the PA fork, we all know this is a money play, and Stick gets wide open, getting this game off to a nice start. After an unsuccessful jet touch pass though, we got a 3rd and super long. Trying to go with our little post dig here and throwing it to Bragg. He's gonna make the catch, and we got 4th and inches. All right, Went, I'm gonna trust you, buddy. You need to get an inch. Can he do it? Why did he bust it outside, bro? There's a hole right in front of you. I do not understand the CPU running logic in this game. Maybe he just has low awareness. Marching the ball right downfield again. We're going with some 5 wide, and I love running 5 wide against the CPU. We got a 3rd and 1 here, going with a little speed option, and let's see what we got. We're gonna pitch it out, and Went thankfully will pick it up this time, just barely. Been mixing in a little bit more RPO and run today, and it's worked out pretty well. Gotta finish this drive off now. We got a 3rd and 10, and looking for the dig. We're gonna throw it late and get that right in between the window. Good catch by Bragg. Just gotta punch it in now. 2nd and goal, we're going to Bragg again, and he'll get us close, but not quite to a touchdown. All right, we're gonna try to go with the spacing play here. I like back out of the backfield, and no, that was stupid. I didn't see the safety coming down. We're gonna have to settle for a field goal. I'm so bad on the goal line, bro. And SMU just instantly getting a touchdown. Defense isn't gonna give us too much mercy in this one. 3rd and 1, coach just wants to run the ball, and please this time, Went, don't mess it up. Bro, he just won't go north. Like, what are you doing? It's actually driving me crazy. And SMU's going 3 high on 3rd and 13. Okay, we should have plenty of time to throw, and for some reason, no one decided to guard our number 1 receiver. All right, 2nd and 2. I'm liking this corner route here. Yeah, that dude on the right side is gonna stay low, and this is gonna be near a touchdown. This time we gotta punch it on the goal line. Come on. 1st down. I'm liking the slants. Looks like they're putting dudes down low, and we get it. Making this a 1-score game once again, thank God. All right, we get the ball coming out of half. Need to be a little bit more consistent on offense, and what was that animation, dude? All right, 3rd and 10. Looking for a slant route here, and we don't have time to get it off. Probably had the drag for the 1st down. Okay, defense actually got a turnover though. That's huge. Gotta go punch it in again, and we got Went wide open. Let's go take the lead, boys. Gotta be careful here for sure, and okay, we're just taking the drag. Come on, Brad, get into the end zone, buddy. Juke move doesn't work, but we're down to the 4. Need it bad, boys. 2nd and goal. I'm loving the tight end corner. We're gonna throw that 100%, and I don't know where that dude down low came from, but thankfully he didn't pick us off, and the Cardinal have the lead back. The tree is not an approval. Defense has really stepped it up here in the 2nd half. They get another turnover, but on 3rd down, that comeback's gonna be just short of the sticks, and coach wants to go for it. Man, SMU is stacking the box. I kind of want to go for the touchdown here, and Bragg is open off the line. That was a trash throw from Daquan, but it works out. All right, just going halfback slip screen here, hoping for a cheap one, and that's exactly what we'll get. For once, the blocking sets up perfect, and Went is gonna get the touchdown. And going into the 4th quarter, defense once again got a turnover. That's 3 straight drives where they put us deep in SMU territory, and we can really put the game away here. Going RPO, and the slot cornerback just blitzed. Easy cash, and a 4th passing touchdown on the day. We've actually been pretty good in the red zone here, and that's gonna do it for this one. Big time bounce back dub. Daquan didn't throw for as many yards in this one, but 4 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions will take all day, and he actually didn't take sacks in this one, which was nice to see. We're getting another NIL offer. Where's Daquan's NIL offer from, like, I don't know, BMW or something? These have been small time. After the advance, we are able to do some more upgrading. I want to upgrade speed, but this is just such a high price for like 1 speed point. I think I'm just gonna keep on upgrading like our abilities for now. I feel like that'll help us with those like accuracy issues. And the road games continue continue, we head to FSU, who is like 500 this season, and the stands are looking pretty full. We did thankfully get up to number 21 after another ranked win, and the Noles came right out and got a touchdown. By the way, just to let y'all know, Duquan bizarrely still has not unlocked audibles. They gotta change that. That's very unrealistic at this point. Got a third down, but for some reason I feel like Wentz gonna get open, and he does. Easy money. We are definitely dealing with some stadium pulse here. This third down could be tough. We're looking for this little sail route, and Duquan's gonna step up, trying to rumble forward, and he at least gets us in field goal range. Looks like coach wants to go for it though. Okay, low-key speed option was the best pick out of these plays. This is one that's hard for Went to mess up, and it works out perfectly. Speed option is so good against the CPU. Gotta punch in. We're trying to just take a shot at the end zone here, and for some reason they just left Stitt wide open. Easy money, and we get off to a good start. Okay, this one has a good vibe to it. Defense was able to get a stop. They've been so good in these last couple of games, and we're already marching right back down the field, it looks like. I really like how a lot of the route tree concepts work in this game, and we're gonna have the crosser here, throwing that with anticipation, and it could be a touchdown. Receiver makes a move and dives into the end zone. Let's go. Soto's made some nice plays. He doesn't have any hands, but when he catches it, he can do some work. Just gotta keep being smart. Turnovers are what would kill us. I feel like there's no way we lose this game if Duquan just plays clean. So far, the crosses haven't been getting open, but this one's gonna come open late here. We're gonna test the throw on the run ability, and that's a great one from Duquan. Not perfect, but made the play work out. All right, 3rd and 9. We're trying to just go with this slant angle play, and we've got the halfback. Went is unfortunately not quite able to get it, so we're gonna settle for 3 here. And our defense has been balling out for us, man. We're gonna try to take a shot here, and let's see. Should have that crosser late, and that's cash. This could be a touchdown if only our receivers weren't slow, but that's a big way to start the half. All right, we're starting to like the shots here, man. The crossing routes have been working out now, but oh, dude, like that was just so dumb. Way too long of a throw to try to fit into that window. We can do that at 10 yards, but definitely not at 15 or whatever. I had a feeling I was going to do that at some point, but defense bails us out. I believe that's only Duquan's 4th pick of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Given that we throw it on every play and pretty much never scramble, I think that 1 or 2 here and there is excusable. Hopefully we can answer on this drive though. It really sucks that the online meta is just like spamming bunch or whatever, which don't get me wrong, I will do online. There's nothing wrong with people who will do that, but I feel like it'd be so much more fun if it had like a little bit more real football going on, you know? I don't know, just a random thought. I honestly just wasn't expecting the safety to be involved in the play, and on 3rd and 7 here, we're gonna take our time. Went does eventually come open. We got 3rd and 14. Thinking about taking a shot to Soto here. Let's see. Okay, no, that wasn't the coverage I expected at all. We're just gonna have to take the drag, and I threw that way too late. Should have seen it coming. Look at defense though, getting a turnover. They haven't given up anything since that first drive, and I don't know what FSU was doing there. Just want to be in that Heisman race, and here's a play I have actually never seen before. Oh, we've got the crosser wide open. Easy dot to self. We're right back on the goal line, and we're just gonna run the same pop pass. For some reason, dude, FSU is just a sucker for this play. Just keep on feeding shit. Unfortunately, on the next drive, I'm gonna get greedy on this dig route, and that's gonna be a 2nd pick of the day, making this stat line fairly marred. All right, that'll do it for this one. We owe that game to the defense for sure. The interceptions are not a good look, but we still got up over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, and another positive rushing day for Duquan. And wow, with that game, Duquan set the Stanford career passing touchdowns record. With 4 games left, he's soaring toward 5,000 yards with a 32-to-5 touchdown interception ratio even after that game. All right, boys, next up we got Pittsburgh, who's sitting at 6-3. On the road, this could be a little bit tougher than it looks. Pitt was ranked earlier in the season, and I think has just dropped a couple here down the stretch. It's hard to tell what the rankings mean though. Playing against them in sim is just totally different than actually playing against them. It all depends on if their play style is like tough to deal with. And dude, we are just frying with the crossing routes to the point where I'm like, is this like a little bit cheesy? I guess to be fair, the CPU does just run like a ton of man coverage for some reason, which I wouldn't really expect necessarily. Man coverage without a blitz is pretty damn easy to deal with in this game. Can lead to the occasional pick, but you can move the ball so quickly. All right, 3rd and 2. Let's finish this drive, man. Come on. We're gonna get the drag route open late. Thankfully, line gave us a ton of time. And once again, man, crossing routes against man coverage just so free. Now that we've got a tight end who can actually run, it's making a big difference. I loved Black last year, but Stith is just such a huge upgrade. He's only a 77 overall too. This has been like kind of a quietly beautiful game for Duquan, and we should have the slant here late, easy cash. This defense is definitely soft, man. The linebackers are not all that. I think that's going to be our big thing for this game, just targeting the linebackers' lack of coverage skills. I am just getting so used to Stanford's offense. I'm not sure how well I'll play if Duquan transfers and if we have to start with a whole different playbook. Learning a playbook has been pretty satisfying though. I didn't really learn one very well on College Football 25. Quarterback Road to Glory definitely helps out with that. But we are just kind of frying the CPU right now with a pretty mid team. The CPU is either really hard or really easy. One thing I'm also learning about this game is you can kind of throw into crazy windows. Even if something's tight, you can make it open if you time it right. I do think I need to eventually switch to placement and accuracy. Alright, here on 1st and 10, this play call I'm not really used to, don't really see anything I like, so Duquan will step up, and once again, looking like a competent runner, man. I'm telling you, next season, Duquan might be a decent scrambler. Could be kind of a fun change since he's been a pocket passer this whole series so far. Let me know in the comments what you think is more fun to watch, a pure pocket passer or a scrambling quarterback. I feel like a scrambling QB is more fun. I wish I could explain my reads and stuff a little bit more, but on 3rd and 20, we might be able to get this corner route open. Let's see. Okay, no, they're going with zone. We do have the crosser though, and Stitt is not quite gonna pick it up. Dang, we could have gotten to 400 passing yards on the half there. This really should be a Heisman season, man. Our boy's been pretty legit. Trying to make a kind of crazy throw here. We haven't been that risky too many times this season. And all right, we need to take a shot here, man. 3rd and 16, and damn, just don't really have anything open. They've gone to more of a zone look. And going into the 4th quarter, we still got a 3-score lead. Just trying to set up a screen here, and oh, bro, I got greedy. The cornerbacks do not normally jump those screens, and this is going to be a pick 6. I think one of the first pick 6s of Duquan's career right there, actually. Definitely a few more interceptions than I'm comfortable with in these last few games, and damn, dude, Pitt's kind of starting to lock us up. It's definitely not going to be the 700-yard passing game that I'd hoped for, and Duquan's going to take another sack on 3rd down. Need defense to stand tall, man. We've been taking them for granted. Pitt gets a touchdown and a 2. This one's starting to get dangerous, guys. We need a touchdown on this drive. We haven't run the ball at all. Wentz going to pick head for 4. Hate to take the ball out of Duquan's hands, but I think we're going to go with a little screen here. Not really going to think about managing the clock yet. Just going to think about trying to score, and it's 3rd down. And this looks like more zone. Not totally sure what to do here. Okay, we're just going to take square, pick up the 1st down, buddy. That's big. And Pittsburgh's out of timeouts. Now I think we start burning clock. I'm going to try an RPO alert bubble, and they're playing off. This should be money. Oh god, he got down to that quick, dude. That should have been another pick 6. We'll take the dub, man. Pretty rocky second half. Had 350 passing yards in the first half, only 80 in the second. That's crazy. It was still a good statistical day. 440 yards, 3 touchdowns, good completion percentage. That pick 6 just hurt my feelings though. And we started out good, but ultimately was another bad day with the sacks. Negative 42 yards on that. And I thought this happened already, but Duquan sets the career passing yards record. Maybe it was the career passing touchdowns record we set before. Through all of this, Duquan has continued to study a lot. He should be getting straight A's this year, and I'm hoping that the game's going to let him graduate early so we can just focus on skill points. And we're going to upgrade this accuracy ability. I think this has been helping us a lot, actually. Still no Heisman watch for our boy, by the way. We got to check out who the passing leaders are. I thought maybe we were just getting cooked in terms of yardage, but no, Duquan's right on top in terms of yards gained. He's also leading by a mile in completion percentage and leading on touchdowns. Touchdown to interception ratio is pretty good too. I think the thing really holding us back on the Heisman watch is he just can't scramble. I mean, when you think about it, Duquan's not really the type of player that normally wins the Heisman, so it does kind of make sense that he's not on there. He's still got to be the best passer in the country though, especially considering what he's working with on offense. Not that these guys are bad, but this is a 70-some overall team. All right, next up is Louisville, who was ranked earlier in the season but has fallen to a sad 3-6. Hopefully an easier dub in this one. We're back at home too, and trying to go play action on a 3rd and 6 here. This isn't really a good play call. Not a lot of options. The crosser just gets locked up by zone coverage. I was hoping for a better clear out route there, so not ideal, but look at our tight end, man. Just cooking that linebacker. They cannot hang with our tight ends on corner routes. I'm telling y'all, the tight end is the freaking truth in this game. That is where you got to throw the damn ball. All right, let's finish the damn drive, boys. Come on now. Trying the tight end seam play. They don't bite on it, but look at Went actually doing some work on the sticks in the run game. Gotta punch it in here, man. We're going with a little drag angle combo, and it's man coverage. Running back is wide open, and Went gets his. There we go, man. All right, so Louisville does actually go get a touchdown. They're definitely still threatening in this one, but going with a play action, and we got that crosser very deep, and Duquan makes the throw. Gonna be a huge gain, get us all the way down to the goal line. That's big time. He threw that under pressure too. Good stuff. And we have man coverage here. I should have just hit that zig route quicker. 3rd and goal. I'm gonna try the zig route again, and okay, I don't like it. We take the slant, and that's a big touchdown. Dude, zig routes are definitely not nearly as good in this game. I can barely get them open. From what I've seen, seen on Twitter or whatever, at least. I haven't actually played online yet. And hitting the corner out here, that is money. Speaking of an online play, that's like an ebook play from last year, which also is not as good on this game. So the game is like a little bit different mechanically than it appears on the surface. It seems like pretty much just a copy of College Football 25 at first, but there's definitely differences. And we're going to get another touchdown. Now the stats are looking good. All right, 1st and 10, trying to run a little drag and go thing, and it's not working, but we got a beautiful rushing lane. Daquan slowly starting to step up, and Daquan just passed 4,000 passing yards on the season. Big milestone, especially with 3 whole games left. I do think some of those records are definitely in reach. All right, Louisville scores a touchdown to keep it close. 18 seconds is not a ton of time to make it happen before halftime, but we got some timeouts. Let's see if they soften up their defense a little bit. This is just straight man coverage. Should have this crossing route, and oh, Daquan misses the throw. Come on, buddy. So we do enter the 3rd quarter on like a minor cold streak here. Hopefully it's not as big of a cold streak as last game. And I think it's probably because they're just adjusting to the fact that we pass it on every play. It is cool that the AI actually like seems to adapt a bit, and they adapted by putting a dude right over there to get my crosser. Did not look closely enough with the pressure coming in. One number I really want to stay away from is 10 interceptions on the season. That just feels like too many. We're starting to get close to it right now, and this will get Daquan over 300 yards on the day. Just going RPO here on 1st and goal, trying to get into the end zone, and we will get it. I need to check out Stith's stats after this. Louisville does score again, so this is still kind of a game. We thankfully had that pop pass just free to Stith. That's not a bad play. It seems to kind of just be random when that works and doesn't work. And on a big 3rd down, I think we got to get this out quick. I'm going to take the in, and that was risky, but an amazing catch by Bragg. Got to keep the chains moving here. We got a 3rd and 2, and they're sending a blitz. I don't know what to do with this, and oh man, I tried to throw it to the in route. It sailed by a mile, and another just stupid decision. We should be throwing that away. A field goal just didn't help us that much there. We're still doing fairly well in this game. Just another kind of second half drop off once the defense adjusts. It would be nice if we had like an actual running game to fall back on. Thankfully, defenses pretty much just put this game away. Now I'm just going to dink and dunk for some extra yards. No reason to take any huge risks. And that'll do it for this one. We get another dub. Possibly Daquan's worst game of the season, but that being said, it was still pretty good. The touchdown to interception ratio has sadly dropped a ton. It's still good, but not as elite as I'd wanted. And hey, we're up to number 6 in the country, taking on California. Let's get it. I think that this is another like low-key man-spamming team, so hopefully we can exploit that again today. As Daquan tries to rush, could not run the right end though. Gonna go with a little bit more hurry up here and trying to get out of the pocket a little bit. We're gonna throw on the run, and that's a great throw across the body. Just needed to see that linebacker go down a little bit more. All right, gotta slam it in on the goal line here, man. We're going with like a drag situation, and this is actually gonna work out well, getting us down to the 1. Okay, nothing really changes here though, honestly. We're trying to pass it in, and okay, slants, easy money. It just went straight man coverage across the board. We're actually gonna try to take a shot on 3rd and 1 here, see if we can get something. Okay, I don't like this at all. We're gonna try to get out of the pocket, and dude, we just can't get away from anybody. It's so frustrating. We should be faster than these defensive ends. Sometimes it's just good defense though. Completion percentage still at 100, and Daquan stepping up in the pocket here, finding a nice lane, and this is how we're gonna get yards. Once we get a speed up, I think he's gonna be an absolute menace to society, especially when we get down here in the red zone. Being a scrambling quarterback just makes the red zone so much easier, and Went is gonna get into the end zone on the swing pass. Still perfect completion percentage, by the way. On 1st down though, I did in fact throw an incompletion on a risky pass, so that dream is dead, but this drive's still going well. Let's see if we can get another score before half. Okay, with 26 seconds left, gotta make it happen down on the goal line, and once again we're gonna get out of the pocket, making this a little bit more manageable of a situation. All right, 2nd and 3, looks like man coverage. We got our tight end wide open, and Stith is gonna pick up a touchdown. These corner routes should absolutely cook that. Okay, getting out of the pocket again here. We actually have some room to run, but I'm interested in throwing this late, and look at Stith, absolutely crazy catch on the sideline. How did he get his foot in? All right, I'm trying to see another touchdown. We got man coverage on the outside. I'm just gonna go to Bragg on this zig. Bragg is the guy who can make that zig work every once in a while. And here on 1st and goal, just going with a speed option. This should be money, and we're gonna turn it into a passing touchdown. And once again, gotta shout out defense. Really playing at a level that could get us to the playoffs right now, even in the sim at a low overall. Those boys are definitely a huge part of why we're 9-1, and we're gonna step up again here, dude. We might actually be able to get the 1st down. Daquan's gonna put his head down, and yep, there's that fumble I was waiting for. Got a little bit greedy, man. I figured why not test it out, and that is gonna do it. An easy route over Cal. One of the first time Daquan's been below 300 yards on the season. Not as many attempts, but he kept his completion percentage so high, and he actually had like a good scrambling day too, apart from the fumble. With 1 game left, the stats are still looking beautiful, but still, no Heisman watch. We just can't get up here. Gonna continue to upgrade these abilities. Now we got the big one, man. Number 15, Notre Dame. They got a 94 defense, which is the best we've seen all season. We haven't had a ton of challenging games in recent weeks. We gotta lock in. This game feels different, man. Duquan has had some genuinely poor performance against the Irish in the past, so I'm kind of worried about getting the dub. As the Irish have another one of these really man-heavy teams, thankfully the drag gets us that third down. Just gotta find a way to pick up this 3rd and 2 now. Weird coverage from Notre Dame. They're in like a double mug look, and we go to the zig. They guarded that pretty well though. It would be great if we could get that open in this game. We're gonna try another one here, and okay, second straight completion on that. Okay, 2nd and goal. Gotta punch it in here. Gonna try the same thing, and this time it doesn't work out as well. Okay, 3rd and goal. We speed option. My priority is just getting the touchdown period, and we'll pitch it out to Went. Not great blocking on the outside, but we get it, and this offense gets off to a nice start. Definitely prioritizing the win over the stats in this one. I don't want to fool around too much and end up in a bad situation, because I am genuinely excited for Duquan to play in the playoffs. Not something I thought he'd really be able to accomplish with this team. Slowly starting to find ways to get this defense, and the drag routes I think are going to be one that we just stick to all game. Okay, 3rd and 4. Got to finish out this drive. We're going with a double drag situation, and oh, our tight end got a little bit of space, but too late. Wow, coach wants to go for this though. I honestly don't know if I agree with this, but on 4th and 4, we got tight end wide open. Thank you for finally calling that play, man. Okay, promising performance from defense so far. Go in play action here, and we should have this corner late. This is going to be a very tough throw, but our boy goes up and gets it. The best tight end in the country without a doubt. Love to see it. We're going to go with the crosser again here, and it ends up working in a different way. We got a 3-score lead on the Irish. Got to try to go get some points before half now. I'm definitely sensing adjustment from this Notre Dame defense, and I was thinking about maybe taking a back shoulder shot there. Saw the slant late, and thankfully we picked that up. I was not trying to give Notre Dame the ball back right there, and oh no, dude, I threw that way too late. Linebacker was sitting on it. Bad pad pick. Okay, but defense bails us out, man. They are turnover machines. We got a chance to bounce right back and take another 3-score lead. At the very least, I hope we can get a field goal here, and ooh, I wanted to throw to the running back for some reason. We got the drag wide open though, and get it off just in time. We're gonna have to go hurry up. Kind of wish I hadn't used our last time out, and oh no, dude, I forgot that we needed to get it to the chains. I should have went to the dig. That was way short. Okay, couple of big blunders to end the half there. Hopefully they don't mess us up. The Irish are tightening up. We got a 3rd and 10, and let's see what we got here. Okay, not seeing anything I like. Duquan's gonna step up, and he will fight for the 1st down. Takes a big hit, but holds onto the ball. Another turnover there would have been very bad news, and going with the PA fork. Oh, we actually got him open, but we run right into a sack. All right, 3rd and 18. Gonna try to make something happen here. We'll take the corner route and had it. Hopefully defense can come through again. Okay, defense does in fact come through, even giving us good field position. All right, 3rd and 10. Let's see what we got. I am going to unwisely roll out to the right here and trying to make this throw. It sails high, and Duquan throws a pick. Exactly what we didn't need in that situation. We're not playing careful enough, but defense is just bailing us right now. I'll take it, man, as long as we can go and get a win. And man, it seems like we should be able to go to the corner here. Okay, not gonna come open though, and we can't get it off. I suck. Should be said though, this defense is just straight up good, man. We're working at a huge overall disadvantage, and we'll have to punt it again. Just keep on giving them chances. Defense is just so elite right now, man. They're winning us this game. All they're asking is that we give them one more score and we'll be okay. At the very least, just got to get the field goal here, and trying to throw this slant with anticipation. Ooh, man, that was a little bit too risky. And coach wants to go for this 4th and 3, which I don't think I really agree with, but okay. We're gonna have the crosser. Catch is made. Okay, big time. And we probably should run the ball here. I'm gonna take a chance though, and we get a holding. Instant karma. And this time I'm gonna just run it. Let's see if Went can do it, man. He cannot, unfortunately. And once again, coach wants to go. This is a big decision. I want back out of the backfield here, and we are going to get him just enough bumpage there, and we reclaim a 3-score lead. That's big time. Once again though, our defense truly deserves all the credit. Even getting us another turnover, we have just been spoiled. Definitely one of Duquan's worst games, but it was against a good defense, and we did enough to get the dub. And here we go. We got number 6 North Carolina in the ACC championship, and Duquan once again got B's on his exams. Not as great as I was hoping. And hey, we are going to be able to upgrade another ability to platinum before the game. This will presumably be for a spot in the playoff. We might be in either way, but I'm not so sure. This is going to be by far the biggest game of Duquan's life. Stanford's back in a conference championship game for the first time in a while. We're so close to taking a mid-70s overall team all the way to the playoffs. Just got to finish it off against a familiar foe, and that's a good start. This offense is looking really good out the gates, and I think we're going to have Stitt here up the seam. They normally don't leave that open, but we freeform it upfield, and it's a perfect dot, easy touchdown drive. And look at defense already doing their thing, getting us the ball right back. We could go make this a 2-score lead. Got a 3rd and 4, just got to dump it off to the drag, and it gets swatted at the line. Damn, I wish coach would go for this. Definite missed opportunity there, and North Carolina answers right back with a touchdown of their own. This game might not be so easy after all. Gonna go with the play action on 1st down, and I'm thinking this corner route's gonna get open. We get the bumpage we need, and shit is easy money. And we're gonna have a 3rd and very long here. I'm trying to throw the end to brag, but dude, we took 3 sacks on that drive. That's terrible. We gotta get it together on this drive or this game's gonna start slipping away. Better pocket presence is a must for the rest of this game. We're right at the edge of field goal range here, need to make a play, and we have the drag wide open. Our backup tight end will rumble down inside the red zone, and we're in business. What do we do on 1st down though? Take a damn sack. It is tough out here, and our receivers are kind of struggling to get separation right now. Need to find a way on 3rd and 19. This is kind of a weird play call, and once again we can't get it off. Offense has really been stalling since that first drive, but defense did get a big stop. Just got to go answer here. This drive thankfully looking pretty promising, and going to the RPO here, this is going to be a freebie. Absolutely love to get these down at the goal line. So it's a touchdown for self, and I mean, looking at the stats, apart from the sacks, we're doing pretty damn good. Just got to make sure we make completions beyond the sticks, and okay, let's see here. I'm not really liking anything. We've got the crosser late though, and get out of bounds, buddy. Okay, we got a shot at a touchdown after that. Just need to be smart. If we're about to take a sack, we just got to throw it away. And okay, we don't have the crosser. Yeah, we're just going to chuck that out of bounds. Had to play it safe. We'll take our 3. Once again, we still do not have the ability to audible. We just got to try to work with what we got here. I'm going to take the crosser, and I shouldn't have rolled out that far, but it works out. That actually puts Dookie up over 300 yards on the day. And on a 3rd down here, we just take the easy dump to our drag. Just got to keep playing smart, not trying to push the ball more than necessary. So far, those crossers haven't been there consistently enough. And on 3rd and 2, we're going to try an RPO. This doesn't set up great though. See, I wish I could audible to a bomb on this. They're stacking everyone. And let's see, we got to just hand it off to Went, and it goes nowhere. Defense is doing their best to hold strong in the 2nd half though, as UNC literally drops everyone in coverage. Jaquan's going to try to get out of the pocket, playmakering a guy upfield, and throws it up. Are they going to give us a pass the line of scrimmage on this? Man, I definitely think we were there. That's going to negate a huge play. On 2nd and 15, we're trying to take a shot. I honestly do not like this play call at all in this situation, and it's going to kill us. We roll right into a sack with the auto rollout animation, and UNC turns it into a touchdown. Gonna try a little bit of 5 wide on this drive, and so far it's working out beautifully. I think we're just gonna go with hurry up offense. Going with a bunch look here on 2nd and 10, and we've got Stith on the drag. Easy plays like that are beautiful. We're down in the field goal range. Just gotta finish the drive. 2nd and 7 here, and oh man, I want to take a shot. We are gonna take it. We've got the seam, and it's gonna be a go-ahead touchdown. Bang. All right, come on defense, stack them up, stack them up. Oh no. Well, we couldn't have asked for a more clutch situation. UNC gets a touchdown to take a 3-point lead. A minute and a half left. Can Dookie lead a game-winning drive? UNC has started to change up their look a little bit from their typical man coverage, but they're going to go back to it here. We've got the corner route wide open, and Soto coming up big in the latter half of this game. All right, come on, boys. We're so close to field goal range, and we've got Went wide open. Went will get us down into field goal range, and now I think we start playing a little bit more conservative. 3rd and 4. Play call options are kind of weird here. I'm just going to do my own thing. Try to get something open in a little mesh, and okay, we take running back. Went picks up the 1st down. One of the biggest conversions of the season. We got to be careful not to clench up too much here. I'm liking Went out of the backfield. He has been the guy on this drive. All right, 3rd and 4, man. We're going to go to our trusty high-low, and let's see what we got. Okay, drags wide open. We convert again, and this is going to get us down inside the 5. 20 seconds left. That's a little bit more clock than I should have run. And oh god, coach wants to call run plays. This is a bad idea. We don't have enough time. You're going to have to try to trust Went. Come on, buddy. Come on. Right up the middle, and Went scores potentially the game-winning touchdown. Defense just has to hold on for a couple seconds. Come on, man. Come on. Let's go. The Stanford Cardinal are headed to the playoffs after a game-winning drive. Duquan clutched up, bro. Elite game. Almost 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. Took a lot of sacks, but you know it is what it is. Went got the game winner. As always, Stith was our leading receiver, but Soto also had some big ones for sure. Feels good after a couple of tough seasons. Unfortunately, once again, a stupid Ohio State quarterback won the Heisman. However, Duquan was the leading passer in college football, had the highest completion percentage and the most yards and the most touchdowns. Our touchdown interception ratio wasn't as good as this Ohio State guy, but he was working with All-American receivers. This was an incredibly impressive season. Also did this, by the way, with no rushing game. Even when we did rush it, it was 2.1 yards a carry from Went. Taking all the sacks is why Duquan didn't wind up on the Heisman watch though. Matter of fact, because of that, we weren't even on the Davey O'Brien watch, despite once again being the leading passer in college football in every category. The bias against the pocket passing QBs is sad, and we have made the college football playoff as a 3 seed too, which is nice. So we got a first round bye taking on TCU now, and Ohio State's lurking on our side of the bracket. Daquan would have to get 1,200 yards in the playoffs to break this record, which is definitely possible, but we'd have to go all the way to the national title game. And here we go. Daquan has led Stanford to their first ever college football playoff appearance. Defense went right out and got a stop though. That's got me feeling confident. Let's go get a touchdown. Looks like TCU hasn't fallen off that much since Jimmy McNulty left the program, but I don't think they got any DBs as dangerous as him out there today. And here on first down, we're trying to just run a spacing play. Don't like what I see, but we've got all day in the pocket and we can get up out of there. Rare scrambling first down for Daquan. And now we got a 3rd and 1. Gonna try an RPO. I would like to throw this. They didn't give us any passing options. And let's see, we're gonna have to run, and Went goes nowhere. So let's see, we are actually just gonna have the tight end wide open, and Stitt is gonna go all the way into the end zone to crack us open. Big time from the best tight end in the country. Bro might be like a 2,000 yard receiver before it's all said and done. And defense got another stop, but Daquan rolls right into a sack. On College Football 25, you could cancel the rollout for that. On this game, you just have to go where it takes you. Makes the play about 1,000 times more risky. This has been a frustrating drive. On both of those plays, we had guys wide open. We got to try to convert a 3rd and 25, and I'm going to take a shot here. Look at Soto going up and making a catch, securing the first down. Dude is not a possession receiver either. He has probably the worst hands on the team up to this point. So seeing him make plays is awesome, and we're going to try to get the corner route to him. He'll make another catch. We will have another 3rd down, just trying to go to the RPO again, and we'll run it up the middle. This time, Went does pick it up just barely. Now we got 3rd and 3 here, going with a little goal line play, and this is not looking good. We'll try to squeeze it to the slant, and Soto can't come down with it. That was kind of a hospital ball anyways. Right back to it on 2nd and 10 here though, trying to get the crossing route open, and I don't know what zone they were in, but that's set up beautifully. I'm actually going to try to keep running that here. We'll see if it works on this play, and once again, I like it. I had to kind of layer that ball over the linebacker, but Daquan did it well. 3rd and 7. I'm going to try to get the halfback open here, and yep, easy money up the middle. Went is going to fight into the end zone. We got a 3-score lead. TCU's defense is honestly looking pretty sweet so far. We'll see if they adjust in the second half here. If defense keeps doing what they're doing, it should be a pretty much sweatless game. We got 3rd and 4 here, but the spacing works out. Easy dump off to the tight end. And here on 2nd and 10, I wanted the tight end, but our drag just gets completely open. Easy read to get us down into field goal range. Gotta try to finish this drive off. We got 3rd and 9. I think we should have something over the middle here, and we'll just take the post. That's tight, and we can't catch it. Damn, dude. We're like on the edge of field goal range too, so our kicker probably can't make this. It's a missed opportunity there, but we're still in a great spot. TCU's defense is trying to fight, but their offense has just left them on the field all game. And just going to the flat here, nobody picked up Bragg, and he's gonna have an easy route to the end zone. Let's go, man. Okay, TCU finally did get a touchdown, and they got the 2. So we're not quite out of the woods yet. Gotta keep on piling on points, and look at Went getting us some rack. If you haven't noticed, that play we just ran is probably my favorite in the playbook. And going to the corner again here, we're gonna have to highball that. Usually that's an overthrow, but Daquan's got those platinum abilities. Come on, boys. Foot on the neck right here. We got the RPO, and it sets up perfect. I saw that linebacker was playing really far inside, and Stith cooked on that drive. Dare I say, we are playing for stats in the college football playoffs. Trying to get it out to Soto here on this 3rd down though, and not quite. All right, we're cooking on this drive. Well over 400 yards, trying to get to 5 touchdowns against the Horned Frogs. And how about Went, man? Having a hell of a game receiving out of the backfield. Going to our RPO again here, and the RPOs have been serious money for us. Made a lot of these drives really easy. Just padding the stats now. I love it, man. Feed that boy Stith. Let's get him his 2,000 yards. Just trying to punch it in. 3rd and goal. We got that RPO again. Thank you, coach, for actually calling these down on the goal line, man. This is where they're best. This is the man that they didn't put on the Heisman watch, throwing for 7 passing touchdowns. That one will get us up out of here. Daquan saved his best for the right time. Looked like Joe Burrow at LSU in this one. Flawless performance. And how about Stith? Over 200 receiving yards. We had almost 300 yards just from our tight end and running back. And coach said, you know what? You got us through the first round of the college football playoff. You can audible now. Interesting. It is crazy how much you got to do just to unlock audibles in this game. But hey, we just set the ACC single season passing yards record. And here we go, playing in the Rose Bowl game against the Ohio State Buckeyes, who have won the Heisman in every single season just about of the Road to Glories I've played. The Buckeyes are coming in at a ridiculous 95 overall, over 20 better than us. We've got to finish the job here. We've got a rain game in the Rose Bowl. Our defense is probably not going to hold this team to 8 points. Duquan has got to play the game of his life. Already going to have to deal with a 3rd and 5. Conservative play call from coach. We're just going with spacing, and oh god, it doesn't set up well. Duquan takes the sack, and Ohio State locks us up. A 3 and out was certainly not the start we wanted to see, and trying to get out to the crossing route, we didn't quite have enough time. This Ohio State defense is going to be tough. It's definitely going to be the best defense Duquan's ever played against. And come on, man, we can't go 3 and out twice in a row. We're just going to have to take the tight end drag, and did we lose it? Okay, no, we barely picked it up. Playing a little bit tight here to start out this game. Duquan can't let the environment of the Rose Bowl get to him. Slowly starting to move the ball though. We're going to try to go 5 wide here, and they just give us the seam wide open. Okay, you do not leave Stith open like that. We're right back to the line, man. 5 wide is it. Getting it out to Went this time, and Went looking speedy, gonna rumble all the way inside the 5. Ohio State actually calls a timeout to stop the momentum. His coach doesn't want to call anything but runs here, really from the 9. A little too conservative for my taste, especially since Went is averaging a solid 2 yards a carry in an air raid offense. Now we'll have a very tricky 3rd and goal. Let's see what we've got. I'm gonna try to take the dig to Soto, but not enough time to get it off. We gotta settle for a field goal. We cannot do that against the Buckeyes. The rain definitely affecting his accuracy a bit, and on 3rd down, we're gonna try to squeeze it into Stith. He makes the catch. That's huge. Okay, we've got the formation we want now. Gotta just go hurry up, man. Squeeze as many plays out of this as we can. Moving the ball quick is great too. I'm hoping for a cheap one here. We're going with our PA fork, and Stith is going to get open. We didn't even have any bumpage there. Stith just cooked his man. All right, another promising drive, but can we finish? That's the question. I want the tight end drag. We just have to throw this away, and there was nobody there. Might as well be a sack. And man, just look at the passing stats here from Duquan. He can't get rattled when he's got numbers like that. Okay, thankfully this is actually a very good look for this, and we're gonna throw it right away. Turned out coach knew what he was doing, and Stith picks up, oh, I thought he got the 1st down, never mind. 3rd and 4, come on, man. We got our favorite play out here, and our tight end is just gonna get open. Stith just eating these dudes alive. They're gonna give us the RPO here. Ohio State looks like they kind of know what's coming, but they don't cover it, never mind. We will have a flag though. Tell me that's not on us. Oh my god, we held for real? No, illegal man downfield. Definitely could be demoralizing if we don't punch it in here, and nothing gets open. We take a sack. Frustrating for sure. 2nd and goal. We're trying to cheap our way in with a corner route, and nothing doing. Looked like Stith got interfered with there, I thought. All right, 3rd and goal. Let's see what we got. Just trying to make a 4 verts happen, and yeah, nothing there. We'll just take our field goal. Ohio State, of course, goes right down to get the touchdown. Wouldn't have expected anything else. They're not going to make it easy on us. All right, 2nd and 1. They're coming out in a kind of weird look here. Can we take a shot? I'm going to try to back shoulder it to Bragg, and he comes down with it. What an adjustment on the ball. Considering we're in the rain, that's a huge play by our receiver, and this will at least get us down in a field goal range, man. All right, 2nd and 10. We're running the same kind of concept here, and dude, I'm stupid. I locked onto the corner route when we had the drag wide open. What am I doing? Terrible offense from me in a critical situation. Now we got 3rd and 16, and let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to let Stith make a play, but we put that too high. I should have just let him inside. We settle for another stupid 3. Starting to move it again. Will the PA fork deliver? Yes, it will. We've got Stith for a touchdown, and Duquan misses him. Bro, come on. They will not give me anything right now. And on the ensuing play, we lock onto the corner, and it's going to be an intentional grounding. 3rd down, though. Never know what can happen, and ooh, we might actually have Soto here if we lead him down, but not enough time to throw. We'll have to punt. Just keep giving Ohio State chances, and this time they get a touchdown. Duquan has been stifled just a bit, man. Offense has been able to move the ball, but Ohio State has done a great job of bend don't break, and we've just had a couple critical misses. Gonna try to go to the same play here. Once again, we've got Stith wide open, and Duquan is rattled. He misses him again. 3rd and 10. This could be it, man. Let's see what we've got. Absolutely nothing. And we're gonna have to go for this 4th and super long. Would not have taken that sack if I knew the coach was gonna go for this. We're just gonna have to huck and pray here. Hopefully we get the crosser, and it's actually kind of open, but Duquan can't even hit the pass. That could do it for this one. Ohio State gets what is likely a dagger of a touchdown. And of course now Duquan decides to actually hit that pass. We needed that so bad. Comeback at this point is sadly pretty much impossible though, and just trying to force it to the crosser again. Duquan is gonna throw a pick to end our season. Not the way it feels like it was supposed to finish. We fall to the Buckeyes. Duquan fought hard, but just missed some critical opportunities, like sailed some throws he normally always makes. It's a shame that game was in the rain. And coach said, okay, after that one, no more audibles for you, Dookie. But despite the disappointment, this was an amazing season. Duquan threw for 72% completion, over 6,000 yards, 55 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Despite the lack of rushing, it was truly one of the best seasons in college football history. So let me know what you think for next season, man. Duquan has taken this Stanford team very far, but maybe it's time to move on to somewhere with better receivers for his senior year. Leave a comment with what you think he should do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.